Okay, Tony, the Little Mermaid, go for it.
Out where the sea is deep and blue, the sea king ruled. He lived there with his 6 beautiful mermaid daughters. The sea king's wise mother lived with them too. She helped with the young mermaid. The youngest mermaid was the prettiest of all. Like a mermaid, she had no legs. Instead, her body ended in a fish's tail. Her skin was rosy and her eyes were the deepest of blues. Her voice was the most beautiful ever heard.
Good. Try to be a little bit louder. 大声一点.
The little mermaid often sang with her sisters all day long. They sang and played in the evening. They listened to their grandmother tell stories. The Little Mermaid especially loved the tales of life above the sea, where there were stars and flowers and trees. When you are 15, you may swing to the top, her grandmother said. You can sit in the moonlight and see for yourself. The Little Mermaid could not wait to see land. She thought of little else except the wonderful stuff to come. Finally, the Little Mermaid's 50th birthday came. Her grandmother gave her a wreath of pearls.
A wreath of pearls.
Then light as a bubble. The Little Mermaid rose to the surface. The Little Mermaid raised her head above the waves. She swam near a big ship. She saw many people in fancy clothes. One handsome young man stood out from the crowd. He was a priest. Celebrating his birthday. In an instant, the sea that had been so calm turned restless.
Heavy clouds appeared. Thunder clapped. Lightning
shot across the sky. Great waves began to proud the ship. As the storm raged, the ship's mast snapped in two.
Good.
The little mermaid threw. The prince fell into the sea. She knew at once that she must save him. She dove deep into the water. At last, she found the prince and swam with him to the surface. She held his head above water. The little mermaid let the waves carry them to the shore. She gently laid the prince on the sand. She kissed his forehead and dove back into the sea. The little mermaid waited behind some rocks. She wanted to make sure someone would come to help the prince. Soon a young seaman hurried toward the prince. He sat up and smiled at the woman. The little mermaid felt sad. The prince hadn't smiled at her. He didn't know that she had saved him. Full of sorrow, the little mermaid swam home. Time passed, but the little mermaid was still sad when she thought about the prince. She found out that he lived in a palace by the sea. The little mermaid swam up each night to watch the prince. She grew even fonder of him. The little mermaid found to know more about the land above the sea. Grandmother, do humans live forever? She asked. People die, just as mermaids do, explained Grandmother, but I've heard that a human soul lives on.
A human soul lives on.
A human soul lives on. Mermaids become foam on the water. How could I get a human soul? Asked the little mermaid. The only way is
for a human
to love you with all his heart. Grandmother said, if you married, you would get a soul. At that moment, The little mermaid knew that what she wanted to do. She made her way to the sea witch's home where hundreds of sea snakes rolled around in the bubbling sand. As the little mermaid swam up, the sea witch called out to her, "I know what you want. You want human legs so you can walk on land and live. Then you can win the prince's love and a human soul." "Yes," said the little mermaid. "This will bring you sorrow. My pretty princess. The sea witch said, "but you shall have your way. Here's a special drink. Swim to land and drink it on the shore. Your tail will disappear and you will have legs." "This will cause you great pain," the sea witch said. Will you bear it?" Will you bear it?
Yes.
Yes, the little mermaid whispered. Know this, said the sea witch. "You can never again be a mermaid. And if the prince marries another
Say it again. Put your finger on it.
You will turn into sea foam." The little mermaid turned pale. "I will do it," she said,
trembling.
"There is one more thing I must be paid. You have the sweetest voice on land or sea. Your voice is the payment. I demand my voice," cried the little mermaid.
Okay, go.
Then the little mermaid asked, "Without my voice,
What
will I have left your lovely body and your deep blue eyes?"
Answered
the sea witch. The little mermaid sobbed about her love for the prince. "Let it be so," she said steadily. And with that, the little mermaid's voice left her. She could neither speak nor sing anymore. The little mermaid took the sea
witch's magic
drink and swam toward shore when
Towards shore. Period. 停一下。
toward shore.
Then
she sat on the steps of the
the prince's palace. Stop. Then she stepped.
Then she sat on the steps of the prince's palace. She swallowed the drink and
fainted from the pain.
When the little mermaid woke up, the prince stood over her. He asked her who she was and where she had come from. The little mermaid
couldn't
speak as
the little mermaid couldn't speak.
A little mermaid
couldn't speak. At first, she didn't know why.
But then she remembered. She saw that her fish's tail was gone. She had two lovely legs instead. The little mermaid gazed at the prince with sad blue eyes.
The sad blue eyes.
The prince took her hand and walked her to the palace. For the little mermaid, every step felt like walking on
sharp knives.
But she did not care, for she was finally with the prince. As time passed, the mermaid and the prince spent every day together. They rode horses. They
climbed mountains.
To look down at the clouds. Each and every step caused the mermaid great pain. Yet the prince knew nothing of this. The prince grew very fond of the little mermaid. "You are like the woman who saved me," he said. "She is the only one in the world I can ever love." The mermaid wished the prince knew who had really saved him. She said. Very soon, the royal family wanted.
Put your finger on it. Say family wanted.
The prince to marry. They chose a princess from the next kingdom for him. The prince sailed to the
Neighboring.
Neighboring kingdom. He took the little mermaid on board the ship with him. Then the prince met the princess he was amazed. It is you. He cried. The one who The one who saved me. Oh, I am too happy. He turned to the little mermaid. I know you will be happy for me. The little mermaid felt her heart break. The royal wedding was grand, but the little mermaid did not hear the joyful music. She did not see the beauty around her. The little mermaid could think only of all she had lost. She knew that very soon she would come into sea foam. That night, everyone went on the royal ship. The little mermaid stared out at the sea. Just then, her sisters rose up out of the water. We bring a message from the sea witch, they said. If you kill the prince, you may return to us. Please do it. Hurry. The little mermaid crept into the prince's room. He and his bride were fast asleep. The little mermaid took one look at the beloved face of the prince, and she knew she could never harm him. With nothing more to do, the little mermaid dove into the sea. Instead of turning into foam, the little mermaid rose up into the air. Angel children lifted her. Where am I? She asked. She had a beautiful new voice. You are among the children of the air, they said. You will be with us forever. The children exclaimed, You love the prince so much. You gave your life for him. This deed won you a soul.
This deed won you a soul.
The little mermaid blew the prince a kiss and floated toward a cloud. Looking down on Earth, she was filled with great peace as never before.